Everything I talk about in my videos is my opinion only, so sit back, relax, grab yourself a cuppa or a drink of your choice and enjoy. Hi guys, it's me, Lucie Spill. So I thought I'd do a quick video just to compare the speeches of the Buffalo Bills training staff when they got their ESPY with Haz's. So firstly, I would like to compare their standing ovations. So as you could see there, as Megapoos literally wouldn't let go of Haz's hand as he's trying to get up to get his award, she stands up with her serial killer look on her face, clapping. As she does, look at me, fate royal. You know, she stands up, clapping, and then a few people follow suit. And I'll tell you who doesn't, Venus Williams. And if you ask me, she gives Megapoos the old side eye. Now, as you can see, Marie Tillman, which is Pat Tillman's wife, she does stand up, but quickly looks down to the side of a seat to sit down. Now, in my opinion, she does not look happy. She has this kind of really disapproving, disappointment look on her face, in my opinion. So Haz goes up to the people presenting the award to him. I mean, I don't think they were going anywhere anyway. But he says, whoa, 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 you guys, you need to stay here for me. Now, when I originally watched it, sorry, you know, I'm tongue-tied again. We all know why now. But when I watched it for the first time, I thought he said, with me. Nope, he says, for me.
Whoa. Come back. You guys got to stay here for me. You guys got to stay here for me.
What does that tell you guys? Drop in the comments because I'll be so interested to know. I mean, after saying that, he's doing a cracking job at faking being overwhelmed and having emotion. I mean, I don't see one tear come out of his eye. Remember? One tear, left eye. I wonder if his wife can teach him how to do that. If he was so overwhelmed and emotional about getting this award, maybe she should have taught him. One tear, left eye.
Now make yourself cry. Yeah. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my god, it's crazy. You're like, Megan, one tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
So Haz thanks the organisation led by Marie Tillman Shenton, who explained was Pat Tillman's wife. Now, again, she, to me, looks really disapproving and almost like, keep my name out of your mouth kind of look. She just doesn't look happy to me. Doesn't look happy at all. Now, I have spoke about him immediately paying tribute to Mary Tillman, which is kind of passive-aggressive in a way, as he accepted this award knowing how strongly she felt about him not getting it. Remember, quote, divisive. Such a divisive individual, she did not want getting the award. So
Tillman's mother said she was, quote, shocked as to why they would select such a controversial and divisive individual to receive the award. That was her quote.
To me, that was quite passive-aggressive, that he immediately mentions her name to segue, like I said, into his own victim narrative and says, quote, a bond between a mother and son is eternal. Yes, according to him, but he can't but doesn't respect Mary. I know I said this, but he clearly does not respect Mary Tillman's eternal bond with her own son. So he says, I don't stand here tonight as Prince Harry, the Pat Tillman Award recipient, but as a voice for Invictus and thousands of veterans. Yes, Haz, who you turned your back on to griff for your wife on that red carpet Lion King event that you went to. So please stop going on about veterans, because it's so annoying after you did that in 2019.
For those who may not know, Invictus comes from Latin, meaning undefeated or unconquerable. Nelson Mandela credited the poem of the same name.
So after giving us stupid people a Latin lesson, he then brings up Nelson Mandela once again. Why can't them two just stop? Just keep his name out of your vile mouths. Because it's like when Maggie Poo said that people, she offended the whole of Africa by saying,
the Lion King cast member from South Africa, telling her that when you married into the royal family, we rejoiced in the streets the same as we did when Mandela was freed from prison.
She said people of Africa were dancing in the streets like they were when Nelson Mandela was released from prison. So many Africans came out after that and said that did not happen. She offended a whole continent with that, amongst others. So it's almost like they're saying their work is parallel to him almost. Just stop mentioning his name, because the only way I can describe it, the more they bang on about him, is offensive. That is the only thing I can think of. It's so offensive. So yeah, just shh with Nelson Mandela's name now. So I didn't really understand much of his speech at all. It took kind of narc to a whole new level, as well as Maggie Poo's face did. Maybe she should tell her face that she's no longer a royal, because I don't think she is quite grasping that. Neither is Haz. You are not royals. But people just need to remember that. They left for privacy. So that was Haz's speech. Okay. And now I'm going to go on to the Buffalo Bills training staff speech. So Damar Hamlin, I'm sorry, I know I've pronounced his name wrong in my previous video. I really apologise for that. But Damar Hamlin, sorry, tongue-tied, we all know why now. But Damar Hamlin is fighting back those tears to even present the award. So he does. It's so warm, and there's loads of woos and applause coming from the crowd. So as Damar Hamlin does present the awards after fighting back, it's so emotional actually. After fighting back the tears to even present it, he does and says, please welcome this year's recipients of the Pat Tillman Award, which is the Buffalo Bills training staff. Now they all come on and immediately crowd round Damar Hamlin and give him this real warm hug that I think the whole crowd can feel. Like, I mean, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. It was really emotional.
Please welcome this year's recipient of the Pat Tillman Award for Service, the training staff of the Buffalo Bills.
So not only is there not one boo coming from the audience, but there's not much of a dry eye either, as they're just crowding round him so warmly. And yeah, everyone is stood up and it's almost like they can feel that emotion, because I certainly did just by, you know, looking at the speech. It's like they can really feel that emotion as they come out onto stage. So Dave Bresky, who is the head athletic trainer for the Buffalo Bills staff, not only does he seem really overwhelmed, he's still got this huge standing ovation. Still, I mean, he can't start his speech because there's so much applause going on. So he immediately starts his speech saying he's humbled and he's honoured, and they were merely just doing their job. And he also pays tribute to the Cincinnati Bengals, who they were playing at the time. He also pays tribute to their staff also. He also thanks everyone at the University of Cincinnati Medical Center. So he goes on to thank everyone from the stewards to the mental health support staff. He makes a whole speech about everybody else. He literally makes it about everyone else, and he also acknowledges the bravery of Damar Hamlin. So the best thing I think about his speech is he's raising awareness for CPR and AED, and he also strongly advises the audience to do CPR and AED training, which is amazing. I mean, how else can we put that into words? That is so amazing, and the best thing about that speech. So he ends the speech with the best quote ever that I feel like I want to get tattooed on me now, which is, doing something is better than doing nothing. Sorry if the setup's a little bit different. My laptop was running out of power. But my opinions on both speeches is that one is that it came across to me. So we've got Hazzy's speech, which is kind of hard to interpret, quite narc, quite making it the whole thing about himself and Meggie Poos. And then we've got the Buffalo Bills training staff, which makes their whole speech about others, about raising awareness for AED and CPR, and also acknowledges the bravery and with also the quote, "Thank you for staying alive, brother," to Damar Hamlin. So let's now compare after the ending of both speeches and the audience's response. There is certainly boos from Hazzy's camp, absolutely no doubt in my mind, and you also hear "You are no Princess of Wales," which to Meggie Poos obviously, which is just true, facts. She absolutely is not, which she would love to be.
Thank you.
You got to do it. Somebody pass this microphone down to her. Go.
So then we have the ending of Bresky's speech, and no dry eye, huge standing ovation, no, not one boo, just lots of woos and applause coming from the audience.
Thanks, and have a great night.
Anyway guys, that's it for me today. I hope you've enjoyed my opinions on all this, and much love!